What the hell's... What are you doing?
You are so lucky that this is a pillow. I wish it was a bat.
What the hell is going on with you?
Well, I would like you to tell me what's going on, you lying scum.
Well, I'm sorry, but the family's taking a no-comment position on that at this point in time. Well, you're gonna have to ask Vicky's campaign manager about that. Sorry. You're welcome. Hey, Deborah, good morning.
Hi. How are you? How's your family? I heard about Bo on the car radio.
Please, whole thing's is mess. Clint's over at the police station right now with Asa and Renee. They left me behind to man the phones.
So are you going over to the precinct?
No, they've got plenty of people over there. I think I'd just get in the way. This whole thing is turning into a circus. So what is this? No, good morning, how you doing? Nice to see you again, kiss or nothing?
Oh, sure.
Okay. What's wrong? I mean, you didn't just come by here to say hello, right?
Well, it's Gabrielle. I just wondered if you'd spoken to her since yesterday.
No, I'm afraid not. No, why?
Well, she's taken off. She took Al, and she's disappeared.
Sarah, darling, we're over here. Mrs. Buchanan, what happened at the arraignment?
My husband has been charged with vehicular manslaughter. He's innocent.
Hang in there, honey.
Hey, here he comes. Mr. Buchanan, did you leave Ritter to die after you hit him?
How was your night in jail?
Oh, it's fine. They treated me very well.
We need your side of this story, Mr. Buchanan.
Oh, can you leave now?
Yeah.
Please, honey, just tell them the truth, all right? And let's end this.
Here's what to do when you don't find the rainbows in this time. Here's where you go when it looks like the rain won't end. Don't cry. I'll give you tomorrow. Let me be the one to share it with. And each day that follows, 'cause we only have one life to live.
One Life to Live, brought to you by Love's Deluxe for boys and Love's Deluxe for girls. Nothing's better on leaks than Love's.
Mr. Buchanan, what truth was your wife referring to?
Mr. Buchanan has no comment, ladies and gentlemen.
No, I have to take care of this right now, Jeffrey. Look, what my wife wants you people to know is I didn't just run a guy down. This Scott Ritter, that man, he was coming at my car with a gun.
But did you know him?
No, I didn't know him. I don't know what he wanted. Maybe he wanted to rob me. Maybe he wanted to steal the car. Maybe he was drugged up. Whatever. The fact is, that guy was dangerous.
Captain Garrison, why haven't the police mentioned anything about a gun?
Because no weapon was found on or near the victim in the vacant lot, nor was one found in the Babcock garage.
How did Ritter get from the garage to the lot?
I have no idea.
No more questions, ladies and gentlemen.
So you're going with self-defense, Mr. Thompson?
We
right?
sure are, because that's what happened. Now, give us some room here, please. Let the family breathe.
Yeah, come on, everybody clear out now, okay?
Not until we talk to Assistant D.A. Ryder, Captain.
Well, she's still in court.
Honey, listen, you gotta hold it together. We're both gonna be able to get through this, all right?
Sarah, honey.
Dad.
Listen. Why didn't you call me last night? I just heard about this on the news this morning.
Because I wasn't quite sure you'd care, frankly.
What are you talking about?
Dad, Bo is a Buchanan. You've been a little sensitive on that subject lately.
Now, you look, damn it. I loved you, and I always will, and I'm around when you need me, just like always. Is that understood, Sarah?
Thanks.
Are you going to be able to get the charges dropped, Thompson? No way. They've got a confession plus evidence. We've got a tough road ahead.
Well, it's never gonna go to trial anyway, because I'm gonna get to the bottom of it way beforehand.
Anytime you'd like to confide in me, I'd appreciate it. And in the long run, so would you. Let's talk later tomorrow.
Okay.
We're grateful for your advice, Thompson.
Yeah, thanks a lot, Jeffrey. That guy is good.
Oh, honey, it does feel like you're holding something back.
Look, I don't want to talk about this anymore until we get out of here.
Well, is there anything stopping us?
Well, as soon as the assistant DA comes out that door, those people are going to be all over her, and then we can just... Oh, damn it. Vicky!
And then your brother-in-law is arrested. Come on, what's next?
What's next? I don't know. Maybe my son will strike out in the next Little League game. That would be truly tragic.
Roger Gordon is here with his daughter, Mrs. Buchanan.
Well, good. I'm sure that Sarah appreciates that.
Haven't you people had enough yet?
You don't think we'll leave this to the Buchanan Banner to tell Landview about, do you? Ladies and gentlemen, my brother-in-law, Bo Buchanan, whom I adore, is in trouble. That's why I'm here. I can't talk to you until I've talked to him and I find out a little bit more.
Like if he did it or not?
Bo is a very responsible and compassionate person. I'm sure that this is a misunderstanding.
When Vicki Buchanan is mayor of this town, she's going to get rid of these incompetences who can't police Landview. They think because Bo is a Buchanan that he's a target.
Take it easy, Pa. I did do it.
All right, what may I help you with?
The Buchanans are claiming false arrest, harassment. What do you say?
If there was a trial tomorrow, Mr. Buchanan would be convicted.
Vicki, you crazy lady. You should stay as far away from here as you can get.
Oh, come on. When my family's in trouble, I have to be there, and trouble seems to have found you again.
Vicki, I'm so sorry if this is going to affect your election.
Sarah, darling, if this affects my election, then I was in pretty big trouble to begin with.
I know Sarah appreciates it, and I do too.
Ms. Ryder, how much bail did Bo Buchanan put up?
I asked for $100,000. The judge decided to release him.
Really? Proving once again who owns this town? If he's a Buchanan, then he can kill and go free for free?
What's with all the name calling, Megan?
This is what it's all about.
What is it?
It's a distributor cap.
Very good. I didn't think you knew about distributor caps.
Oh, yeah, and I bet you counted on that, didn't you? Well, I know enough to know that if that's not in a car, it's not going to start. And that's what you were planning last night, isn't it?
Megan, no, that's not the way...
No, just save your breath, okay? I don't even want to hear it.
What?
Another story of yours? I mean, what did you think? What? Another scoop? Is that what you wanted? My night with Megan Gordon?
No, I swear that's
just
not how
just save your breath. I don't even want to hear it. Just forget it.
Just listen to me. I did do it, okay?
Oh.
But it wasn't...
Now we're going to get the truth?
It wasn't planned. When I went back to the Jeep to check the time, I saw you on the beach. You looked so happy, you looked so relaxed, I just thought you needed a break. A little rest and relaxation, that's all. Is that so bad?
What is bad, Jake, is that every time you open your mouth, a lie comes out. I can't trust you.
Just answer me a few questions, okay? One, did you or did you not have a great time last night? Didn't we laugh?
Yes, so?
And didn't you fall asleep in my arms like a little baby?
I don't remember.
It's because you were asleep. Well, wasn't it great to get away from Landview and your father and the campaign and all that weird stuff? Come on, admit it, it was, wasn't it?
Look, even if I said yes to all that, it does not excuse the fact that you lied to me again.
What do you want me to do? Say I'm a bad boy? Okay, you got it. I'm a bad boy. I'm a very, very bad boy. But I thought you liked bad boys.
I don't like liars.
Well, you're not Miss Perfect yourself, are you?
Me? What did I do?
Good girls don't rifle through guys' pockets while they're asleep.
Look, I looked in your pocket to try and find the key to start the Jeep again, and then I found out why it didn't start.
Is that all you found?
No, actually, I also found your wallet.
Oh, my wallet?
Yes, because I wanted to see if your name was actually Jake Webb. Of course, I didn't find any ID, but I did find this little photo here. Tell me, Jake, who's this little girl? She your kid?
Wait a minute. Gabrielle took off with Al? Where'd she go?
Well, that's just it. Nobody knows. I mean, she left without saying goodbye to me or my mother. I mean, she told the hotel to hold her mail. And I just wondered, I mean, if you'd said anything that would trigger off.
Well, yeah, I mean, I did talk to her. I told her that my intentions towards you were strictly honorable. But I don't think I said anything to upset her.
Well, then it's my fault. I mean, I should never have attacked her like that. It's my fault that she's not here.
Well, stop blaming yourself for this. Listen, you don't know where she went. Maybe she took off for some kind of a vacation.
Yeah, without saying goodbye, without Al saying goodbye to his grandmother?
I will admit, she was upset when I talked to her. But that doesn't mean that anything is wrong.
Look, I was so angry at her when I thought she was trying to come between us. I just, like, lashed out, and I didn't even think about the pressure she's been under with Max and everything. It's been so tough for her.
No.
I should have been more considerate.
She has put a lot of that pressure on herself. Do you know that? I mean, she's taken on project after project, trying to prove to everybody what kind of a trooper she is.
I know, but that's because she's trying to get away from her own pain, and I just hate to think that I've added to it.
Well, why don't you look at it this way? Wherever she is, at least she's away from the things that she's had to face here, right?
Yeah, that's true.
Listen, Gabrielle is very proud, all right? And she's not going to let anyone, or you, know that she has fallen apart right before them. Come on, maybe she couldn't keep up that exterior anymore. Maybe she needed to get away for a little R&R.
Do you really think so?
Sure. I mean, this could be a healthy move on her part.
Still,
You're not entirely convinced.
No. Well, there is one person that I'd really like to talk to.
Would you like some company?
Well, I'd really appreciate it. I know I'd love it.
Great. Then let's go.
Well, could...
What? What?
Well, it's just that, you know, Gabrielle and I, we've always been so close. I mean, even when we lived far apart, we were always close, and I just don't want to do anything to jeopardize that.
I'm sure you haven't. Come on.
How'd you get in my office?
I let myself in.
Oh, you have experience with that, breaking into places?
Your door was real easy.
Look, I'm not too thrilled with you breaking in, but at least you're out of that house, right? And you're here at the church. That's a start.
Don't get the wrong impression. I didn't have a religious experience or anything. I'm here because I can't find Gabrielle. Do you know where she is?
Why do you care so much about her?
I need to talk to her.
Oh, yeah? About what?
None of your business.
Look, how can I help you?
Just tell me where she is.
I'm sorry. I can't do that, pal.
Listen to me, Father. You were the one who told me that it would destroy her to continue to see me. And guess what? You were wrong.
I don't think so.
Where the hell is she?
She's gone. She left Lambview. She took her kid with her.
So I'm married and I have a kid and I left her behind. So what? Just kidding. This is my little sister.
Oh, yeah, and how am I supposed to know that's true?
Just look how old it is.
So what's her name? Why do you even have to think?
Because at the time the picture was taken, I used to call her Curly, all right? Just look at it. You can see why. Her real name is Andrea. She's named after my great-grandmother.
Oh, aren't we making breakthroughs? The man now admits that he not only has a sister, he admits that he has a great-grandmother as well, if he's telling the truth.
Oh, what a lie. There's no mileage in it.
So, tell me about your sister and your parents. Philadelphia, is it?
Megan, this is all too hard to do before coffee.
I realize that, but we're not going anywhere until you give me an answer.
And will this get me off the hook?
Depends on how good your story is.
It's not very interesting. My father got another woman pregnant while he was married to my mother. And my mother found out, and she left him and me.
Well, why you?
I don't know. I guess my dad didn't want her to take me with.
Well, would you have gone with her?
I don't know. She had kind of a bad temper. He never knew what was going to set her off. As soon as he thought she had a handle on it, she changed, but she was still my mother, nonetheless.
Well, did you ever see her again?
No.
Oh, I'm sorry, that must have been tough.
The funny thing was, the woman that my dad got pregnant, she was married too, and she had a husband and kids who she left also.
Well, what about your sister?
Same father, second wife. She was the bun that was in the oven. When the first family split, I used to hate her guts. I blamed her for my mother never coming back.
Well, and now?
Now? Well, now she's, I got used to her. She's great, I think, you know. She's all grown up. She's fantastic.
So you see her a lot?
Megan, I don't see anybody a lot.
Well, I wasn't raised by my natural mother either.
And Vicky Buchanan?
Yeah, I found out a little over a year ago that she was my real mom. I was raised by my stepmother. I thought she was my mother. And when I found out that that was true, I guess I want what every kid from a broken home wants. I'd like to have my parents together and have them stay together.
I don't know, I think they belong together.
How do you know that? I mean, how do you know when somebody belongs with somebody else?
I don't know, I guess you just feel it.
What does it feel like? What do you think it feels like? Does it feel like your heart's pounding too fast? Like your knees are getting weak? Does it feel like that? Like if you don't get to see her face again, you might die? If you don't get to touch her hair?
Well, whatever, it's obviously a big risk. I mean, I think that one day what you call love could end up being indigestion the next day, right?
Yeah. Let's get out of here.
Yeah, I probably get back to you. I'm a day and a half late.
Why are you here, Miss Winger?
I wouldn't have missed it for the world.
Tell me something. Why are Beau's misfortunes, or anyone else's for that matter, so humorous? Having money does not ensure you a trouble-free existence. Quite the opposite, in fact. Money tends to attract trouble, and I think the Buchanans have had more than their share of heartache. It seems to be limitless, but it's not funny.
Thank you, Vicky.
All right, folks, the party's over. Police department's been more than patient. I want all the press people out of here now. Come on, Charlie, Hank, let's get these people out of here. Come on. Move. What is it, Burke?
I didn't hear you defending me or attacking the Buchanans, Roger.
Well, you do that enough for 20 people. Beau is my daughter's husband. This is not political.
I'm not entirely certain you're on Herb's side, but I am certain that when it comes to politics, you will always be an amateur.
Well, Gordon, proud of yourself? I think he's mad at both of us since you sent that little confession.
I know. She made that perfectly clear last night. But I only did what we should have done when I first went undercover.
I don't agree. Have you turned up anything new?
Not really. Dorian is puttying my hands with everything but Herb's contributors and that waterfront project.
Well, are you going to nail Grand and Hesser, or aren't you?
I'm trying, Clint. Sarah, sweetheart, I want to say goodbye.
We'll walk out with you.
Clint, I need to speak to you and Roger. I was wondering if you could meet me at Lanfair in about an hour.
Both of us?
Yes, both of you, please.
When we're leaving, you come with us?
I can't right now, Pa. Something came up, something important.
What's more important than your brother Beau?
Now, don't put it that way, but just take my word for it. This is important.
Oh, please warn me another bomb's gonna fall in our lap.
Maybe.
She called me the other day. She told me she was going to stay away for a while, but she didn't tell me where she was.
How was she?
I've heard her sound happier, but I think this will give her a little time to reevaluate her priorities, right?
Meaning, putting people like me at the bottom of the pile, right?
Something like that. Gabrielle told me you were pretty cruel to her, and well, I think now she understands exactly why I told her to be so cautious with you.
Weren't you the one who told me that I was too selfish to stay in the relationship? Well, guess what? There was only one way to stop it. And like they say, it hurt me a lot more than it hurt her.
Well, you did the right thing.
No, I didn't do it. The right thing. We need each other. We're good for each other. Now, we may not have the healthiest relationship in the world, but it works for us.
Then why don't you just ignore my advice?
Because she was hurting. But mainly because she talked about becoming a recluse. And that scared me.
Scares me, too.
I still was too hard on her. Man, I've hurt her so many times.
What? You heard her so many times? What are you talking about?
Last night. She's been in so much pain over the death of Max Holden. She certainly didn't need any pain from me.
Listen, when she comes back, I'll tell her you stopped by, but I can't encourage her to visit you.
It won't matter. We have a bond that's beyond you or anything.
All right, wait a second. Wait, are you telling me you're in love with her?
Oh, civilization and food at last.
Aren't you glad we didn't try to walk all that way in the dark?
Don't start in on that. We are desperate for some coffee.
And some menus, too, please.
Sure thing.
We're still serving the breakfast menu if you want that.
Oh, great, great.
Look, they have corned beef hash here.
Please do not spoil my appetite by mentioning last night's dinner, thank you.
I thought it was pretty creative.
You gonna order or what?
Oh, well, excuse me, I didn't realize there was a time limit here. Okay, I will have well-done bacon, a cheese omelet, hash browns, toast with lots of butter, and large glass of milk.
Make that 2, but I want sausage instead of the bacon.
Lonnie, you hear that?
Yeah.
Maybe I should call my service and see if I have any messages.
Why don't you wait and be surprised?
Miss?
Yeah.
Any chance you're Megan Gordon from Fraternity Row?
If I am, do we get a free lunch?
All the money you make, you're really asking for a free lunch.
No, no, I was just kidding. Yes, I am Megan Gordon.
What are you doing way out here?
Oh, we're taking a little break.
Good thing you aren't hiding, since I recognized you so easy.
Why would she be hiding?
Well, shoot, if she's not ashamed of it, shouldn't bother me, right?
What are you talking about?
Your nudie calendar, huh? The one you made 5 years ago? Article about it here in the National Intruder.
I wish we could just go home and never come back out again.
Well, that is not likely with the press camped around your house. Now, let us hear it, Bo. What's really going on?
Oh, come on.
Don't give me come on. I got a right to know I'm your daddy.
I'm a little tired of talking about this subject. I didn't sleep well last night. I miss my wife, so can I just sit here with my arm around her peacefully for just a while?
No. First you explain what happened, then I'll drop it. Now, how did this hit-and-run mess start?
It's just like you heard it in the news. I went to pick Sarah up at Vicky's campaign headquarters. I was sitting in the car, in the parking garage. I look up, and there's a guy coming right towards me with a gun in his hand.
All right, I understand that part. But you taking off, I don't get.
I got spooked. I thought I put the car in reverse. I put it in drive. I hit the guy. Then I got rattled. I just... You know.
Here, don't.
No, I don't know,
Hey,
Bo.
crying out loud, why don't you just drop it? Let
No,
it go,
Sarah,
all
Bo
right?
does not act that way. I raised him different. It's not like him to panic.
But, darling, he did just this once, and he's paying for it.
That is the problem with panic. You always pay for it.
I went and I got Sarah. I explained what had happened. All right? We went back to the garage. The guy wasn't there. There was no sign of the guy. It was bizarre.
And? Well, why didn't you call the police?
To be honest with you, by the time all the dust settled, I didn't know whether this had happened or not.
Yeah, right. Every day someone imagines running down a man with a gun in his hand.
Oh, come on, Pa, just give it a rest,
You know,
okay?
quite frankly, Bo, it does seem as if you're leaving something out. Now, you two were behaving very strangely when we were at your house the other night. Does this have something to do with that?
All right, enough said. We know something isn't right, Bo. Now, why don't you fill us in? Maybe, just maybe, we can help.
Bo, I think we ought to go home.
No, I think I ought to straighten something out with Pa first. Look, I hardly even saw this guy. When he wasn't in the garage, I figured he just walked out. Didn't seem like I hit him that hard anyway.
But just to cover yourself, why didn't you call Rafe?
I called all the hospitals in town. I called the police department to see if anybody had reported a hit and run. There was nothing. 2 days later, all hell breaks loose.
Maybe you were drunk.
Oh,
how about that, son? That could explain it. One too many
I
whiskeys.
didn't have anything to drink.
Whoa, Asa, darling, whose side are you on? Now, Bo, explain.
Yes, he explained, right. He explained he panicked. He explained he couldn't call the cops till he calmed down. He explained he went to check the hospitals, see if he injured this guy. Why the hell didn't you go to Rafe and confess this in the first place?
Oh, that's fair. Can you answer that question?
I thought I'd already answered it. I didn't find the guy in the garage. This is the garage where Vicky's campaign headquarters are. We were worried about what this would do to the campaign. Why should I call the police, open a whole can of worms, when nobody was hurt?
You get tangled up with the mob?
Oh.
Maybe they sent some goon after you.
Listen, darling, don't bring up drunkenness and the mob and make a bad situation worse.
It just doesn't add up. And no wonder Rafe isn't buying it. Because it seems to be a case of hit and run as charged.
You know, I'd love to have a little time alone with my bride right now. Is there a chance of that?
You asked for it, we'll give it to you. Come on, darling.
I'm coming. Bo, I'm sorry I was hard on you. But if I'm not buying it, what the hell is a jury gonna think?
You're right.
I hate this. I hate the lying, I hate myself, and mostly I hate what this is doing to you.
Hi.
Hello? What about Roger?
What about Roger? I got a hold of him, and he's going to be here.
Good.
Any chance of me getting a little preview on what you want to talk about?
No.
You know, Vicky, all this anger is not exactly making me happy.
Oh, really? I don't want to hear your complaints, Clint.
I made it.
Yes, I see that. So what about Burke Winger? Was she suspicious?
Well, I just had to explain to her that my daughter was married to Bo. She's the only person in the Callison camp who can't comprehend that being a parent transcends politics.
My goodness, that's starting to sound an awful lot like the Roger I used to know. The one that was before I used you as a lapdog and before I drove you crazy and was mean to you.
Victoria, please, you know why I said those things and that they weren't true.
I vaguely know that the two of you cooked up something to ensure me the election. That's it.
No, wait a minute. It wasn't just that, Vicky. It was trying to keep you alive. Now, if our hunch is right, then Carlo Hesser is manipulating Herb Callison through Michael Grand.
You see, it all focuses on the waterfront project. If big-time shipping comes in and out of our local port, that means major money.
Yes. And if they use Landview as an entry port for drugs, that's also major money. And Hesser will not hesitate to murder somebody to protect it.
And you really believe that Michael Grand is a party to this?
Yeah.
Yes, well, it seems that his greed has finally gotten the best of him, and I'm very close to proving it. I just need some facts to give to the police and to the voters.
And then you will be mayor. And not only that, you'll have a long life so you can enjoy it.
Well, thank you very much. Now I want an end to the game. Roger, you have to make up some sort of an excuse, and you have to get out of Herb Callison's campaign.
Did I say anything about love, Father? Aren't you projecting?
No, you don't have to say anything. It's obvious from your intensity.
Even if I were in love, do you think Gabrielle could love me like this, huh?
I don't know. It's obvious you have some hold on her. She's grown dependent on you, that's for sure.
She say that? She's dependent on me?
Not in so many words. But she's participating in this fantasy too, right? Look, Gabrielle is very fragile emotionally. And I don't want you to do something that might push her over the edge, okay?
You don't get it, do you? Why do you think I'm here? I was afraid I pushed her over the edge yesterday. I refuse to be seen by anyone, so get me out of here.
All right, go back there. Hide in that room. Deborah, Cord, how's it going?
Hi, have you got a minute you could spare us?
No, sure. Oh, is this about Gabrielle?
Yes.
Come on in.
This is no game, Victoria.
Roger has been risking his life, Vicky.
Yes, well, I did not ask him to do that, did I? And neither one of you asked me or told me what you were doing, did you? No, you were the only ones who could handle that, and I bitterly resent that. And if you don't think that you two are playing a game, you're both wrong. Because all this has somehow stemmed from your competition with each other.
Will you please try and look at this from our side for just 1 minute?
I have done that. And it only makes it worse because all I can figure is that neither one of you has the slightest respect for my feelings. Roger's attacks cut me to the bone. You think you were saving my life? You were killing me. It doesn't make any sense.
Maybe it doesn't. Maybe you're right.
No, damn it, she is not right. And stop trying to make points by agreeing with her.
And you say you're not in competition with each other? Admit it to yourselves and not to anyone else. You both had ulterior motives.
You know, maybe we're guilty of treating you like a child, but now you're treating us with the same lack of respect and understanding. We're serious in what we intend to do.
Vicky, after all Roger has gone through, if he were to suddenly quit Herb's campaign, they would question it.
No, they wouldn't. Why on earth would they question it? After the public beatings I took from him?
Beatings I took too. You weren't the only one who suffered.
We're off the subject. All I ever wanted to do was run for mayor. I wanted to run a nice, honest, clean campaign with one common enemy, and that was the drug people. Now I don't know who I can trust. I don't even know why I'm running for mayor anymore. This has all become so complicated, and it is so painful.
Oh, wait a minute, what are you saying? That you're wanting to pull out of the election?
I may not have to pull out of the race. Roger's defection hurt me enormously in the polls, although I'm sure you don't particularly want to dwell on that aspect of your plan.
Current polls don't matter, only the ones on election day. But by that time, the truth should be out for all to see and judge.
Why can't we just go to Herb and tell him what you think is going on?
Because we want enough proof to convict Hesser and Gran, not just get them out of the campaign.
We can't turn back now, Vicky. If Roger were to blow his cover now, he could very well end up a dead man. All right, now we should have consulted you. We didn't. We can't change that now, but now that you know what's going on, you've got to go along with it.
You're right about that. I do have to go along with it. It's my campaign, and my advisors have moved in and taken over and left me no choice. Roger, I hope you will be very, very careful. And if you find out anything, please call Clint, because I don't want to talk to you.
Look, Victoria, could I have a few minutes alone with you now
No.
to talk?
I have nothing to say to you, and whatever you may want to say to me, I don't want to hear.
We'll talk about this another time.
Well, I got a million things to do, and I should see Bo.
Clint, we have to talk. And then you can do whatever you have to do.
Well, are there nude photographs in here?
Nah, they said they weren't able to print them. The reporter did see them, so it's true, huh?
Lady, could you just back off, please?
Lots of times the intruder lies. Just wondering about now.
Of course they're lying.
You don't look like they lied.
Look, okay, when I was young and dumb and desperate, I allowed a producer to convince me to do this calendar, but I mean, after all, he said Marilyn Monroe did one of these, and look how far she got.
Yeah, look at how far.
You post for every single month?
Hey, Eloise, leave these folks alone and come pick up these orders.
Oh.
Man, I'm sorry some creep remembered taking these photos. Probably made a lot of money out of them now.
It's more than pure coincidence that they just popped up now. I'm sure that Burke Winger had something to do with this.
Could be. Could be. Think this is going to do a lot of damage?
Of course it's going to do damage. I mean, morality is a very touchy issue. There are a lot of people that are not going to understand this kind of a mistake. I don't even know how I ever thought I was going to get away with this.
Well, why would you come clean unless you had to? This is a risk you have to take.
Look, when the porno film was exposed, I admitted that I did it because the producer had promised me that he was going to make me a star. I should have mentioned at that point that he also conned me into doing this stupid calendar.
Well, is there anything else? I mean, anything that could come out that can still hurt you?
Not unless they find out that I cheated off Adam Gettel's spelling test in 5th grade.
I think we have to worry about that. So, what do you want to do?
I don't know. I'm sure there are tons of reporters around the Waterside Inn right now. I mean, maybe we should hang out here for a while. Look, thank you for getting me out of Landview. Little did you know how much I needed it.
Honey, come on. This is not as bad as it seems.
Bo, you're lying to everyone. You're lying to your own father. You're being treated like some kind of criminal, and you didn't even do anything. The only thing you're guilty of is loving me too much.
Are you right about that? And I'm sentenced to life, too. Just stop feeling so guilty about all this, all right? Just let me follow this whole thing through step by step until I figure out what's going on.
Why should you have to figure it out?
Because I don't want you to have to deal with it. I don't want you hounded by police, by lawyers, newspaper people,
all right.
TV.
That's a fine theory. But what happens if you lose control of the situation? What happens if this goes to trial and you're convicted? You go to prison? And just because I panicked and thought I saw a dead man?
Did she say where she was going or when she'd be back?
Well, she said she'd be gone for 3 or 4 days, maybe more. I don't know, I encouraged her to be alone with her son, do some thinking. I think she needs that.
I agree with you there.
So, Deborah, I think you and your mother don't need to worry about this. Your sister's got some tough times to go through, but I think it'll be fine.
Okay, well, thank you very much.
Yeah, let me show you to the door here. Thanks for stopping by.
Thank you very much.
Okay, cool.
Bye.
Take it easy.
Yeah. Well, I assume you heard all that.
Yeah, I heard. Sorry if I bothered you.
Look, when are you going to explain yourself? Huh? When are you going to join the rest of us in the real world? Because I'll tell you right now, I'm not going to encourage this relationship between you and Gabrielle until you stop hiding behind those scars.
I don't know if I can go through this again. I don't know if I can get up in front of all those people and say what? Well, folks, I'm sorry, but years ago when I didn't value myself as much as I do now...
Look, that's just it. You're a new woman. You're confident, you're strong, you're talented, you've won awards. You can just blow this thing off, Megan. Pretend it never happened.
Trust me, Jake. After I give them my explanation, they're not going to leave it alone.
Look, say your piece and refuse to say any more.
You make it sound very easy, but it's not that easy. I'm telling you, they're going to drag Vicky into this.
Okay, so it's going to be heavy for a while. Take your time, you'll get through it. You'll get through it, I know you will. Like, we all have to get through things.
Why do I feel like I'm the only one around here that makes really stupid mistakes?
You're not. Believe me, your mistakes are nothing compared to mine.
Oh, yeah? Well, I'd like to hear about a few of yours.
I know what it's like to be forced to do something you know is wrong. But you get trapped. You get trapped, and sooner or later you pay for it, but you just got to keep moving on.
Yeah, well, maybe that's what we should do. Move on, back to Landview.
So, listen, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to ruin your day.
No, you just warned me about my day. Look, I'm not that hungry anymore. What do we owe you?
I'll forget it. Good luck.
Thanks.
Everybody's got problems, huh, Lonnie?
Honey, you're thinking the worst case scenario. Now, I'm going to check out this Scott Ritter guy. I'm going to find out who he was working for, what he was doing in the garage. I know that somebody took him to that vacant lot and just dumped him there.
Why?
That's what I'm going to find out. And when I do, all the pieces of this puzzle are just going to fall right into place. And everything's going to be fine. I'll be exonerated, you'll be guilt-free, and it'll be business as usual, just you and me. Just loving each other.
I want to believe that so much.
Well, believe it.
What do you say we don't do any more talking until we've had a little more time to think about it?
No, I spent all last night thinking about this. I'm hurt, Clint. I am so hurt.
I know that, Vicky. I know that. I said I was sorry. What else can I do?
You know, you did so much more than just help Roger go undercover without telling me. You used it. All the time I thought you were being so honest, so loving, and you were being dishonest and loving.
At the time, you needed me. What was I supposed to do? Turn my back on you because Roger was only pretending to mean what he said? Would that have helped you?
But how could you go on comforting me over and over again? All you had to do was tell me what was going on.
Because once the ball started rolling, I just couldn't stop it. Now that I see how you were looking at things, okay, you were right. But I can't change what has already happened, honey.
No, I know you can't. Problem is, I can't forgive it. At least not now. And I think you should leave.
Leave for where?
Look, I cannot continue sharing a bed with you, all right?
All right. Fine, I'll move back into the guest room. That is, if you don't mind. I'd kind of like to be around the kids in case they need me.
All right, as long as it's just for the children, because I don't want to deal with you anymore. I don't want anything to do with you. I don't want you around. I want to be by myself. I don't want you or Roger or anybody. I want me. And I want to figure out some things for me.
All right, Vicky. You want me to stay away? I'll stay away. But don't ask me to stop loving you. That isn't going to change.
Tomorrow, the disappearance of Art has the appearance of an inside job on Father Dowling Mysteries. Then an estimated 30 million people saw it begin. Now tomorrow at 9, 8 Central, the mystery unfolds on the series premiere of Twin Peaks, followed by Primetime Live. Coming up, Lucy may hear wedding bells, but Tracy has a plan to stop the music. Stay tuned for General Hospital, following an ABC News brief.